Hello everyone, today is Monday, August 18th, 2025, Eastern Time. Welcome to Panda Finance. Let's take a look at the top 10 global corporate news stories from the past week. Here are the details. Altman Backs Neuralink Rival in brain-computer race. OpenAI co-founder Sam Altman is throwing his support behind Merge Labs, a brain implant startup aiming to challenge Elon Musk's Neuralink in connecting human brains to computers. Merge Labs is seeking fresh funding at an $850 million valuation, with most of the capital expected from OpenAI's venture arm. Altman has championed the investment alongside Alex Blania, head of the digital identity project WorldCoin, escalating the rivalry between the two billionaire entrepreneurs. NVIDIA, AMD strike unusual chip revenue sharing deal with U.S. NVIDIA and AMD have agreed to hand over a portion of their China AI chip sales to the Trump administration, marking an unprecedented arrangement that tightens ties between Silicon Valley and Washington. As part of the approval for NVIDIA's exports of its H20 AI chips, the White House will collect 15% of sales, an amount that could run into the billions given soaring demand. Trump said he initially pushed for a 20% cut, but lowered the take after negotiations with NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. The move underscores the administration's novel approach to monetizing export approvals. Trump administration weighs stake in struggling Intel. The Trump administration is in talks to take an equity stake in Intel, seeking to shore up the beleaguered chipmaker while reinforcing U.S. semiconductor independence. Despite heavy competition from Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company and Samsung, Intel remains the only firm producing cutting-edge chips domestically. A government stake would help finance Intel's Ohio plant, now under construction, and strengthen its balance sheet amid cost cuts and layoffs. Any deal would also secure CEO Pat Gelsinger's position at the helm. Foxconn server revenue surpasses iPhones for first time. Apple supplier Foxconn has, for the first time, generated more revenue from servers than from smartphones, a milestone in reducing its reliance on low-margin iPhone assembly. In the second quarter, cloud and networking products made up 41% of sales, overtaking consumer electronics at 35%, the company said. The world's largest electronics contract manufacturer also produces components and finished products spanning computers, industrial robots, and electric vehicles. Buffett trims Apple stake to $57.40 billion. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway pared its Apple holdings in the second quarter, cutting its stake to 280 million shares worth $57.4 billion. The firm sold 20 million shares valued at more than $4 billion, marking its first reduction in the consumer tech giant since last year. Apple remains Berkshire's single largest equity investment, but the trim highlights Buffett's continued portfolio recalibration. Airbus A320 set to overtake Boeing 737 as best-selling jet. Airbus's A320 family is on the verge of eclipsing Boeing's 737 as the most delivered aircraft in history. As of early August 2025, Airbus trailed its U.S. rival by just 20 units, with lifetime deliveries of 12,155 jets. The A320's dominance is expected to materialize next month, ending the 737's decades-long lead. The milestone marks a dramatic reversal since 1981, when Airbus first unveiled its single-aisle challenger to Boeing's market stronghold. IKEA owner plans $22 billion sale of Chinese malls. Inca Group, the parent of IKEA, is preparing to offload its Chinese mall portfolio, starting with 3 Livet centers in Beijing, Wuxi, and Wuhan, valued at about 16 billion yuan, $2.2 billion. The buyer is expected to be an insurance fund led by Taikon Life. Inca Centers, the group's real estate arm, entered China in 2009 and has invested 27.5 billion yuan across 10 properties, with a total leasable area of roughly 943,000 square meters. The sale highlights a shift in strategy as Inca reassesses its footprint in the Chinese retail market. U.S. and China extend tariff truce by 90 days. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order extending the deadline for higher tariffs on China to November 9, prolonging the tariff truce by 90 days. China's Ministry of Commerce confirmed it would reciprocate hours after Washington's announcement. The extension gives the world's two largest economies more time to negotiate and ease tensions in their protracted trade dispute. Lenovo CEO says tariff fears have faded. Lenovo Group CEO Yang Yuanqing said the tariff concerns that once clouded the company's outlook have largely dissipated, clearing the way for AI-driven growth. He noted that the trade barriers now have only a very limited impact, adding that Lenovo's global manufacturing footprint helped it weather volatility very smoothly. The company expects shipments of its AI-powered PCs to hit sales targets this year. China Evergrande to be delisted in Hong Kong. China Evergrande said it will be delisted from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange on August 25, following the exchange's decision to cancel its listing status. The developer will not seek a review of the ruling, it said in an August 12 filing. Under Hong Kong's fast-track delisting rules, a company can be removed after an 18-month suspension of trading. The move underscores the collapse of what was once China's largest property developer. Thank you for tuning in to today's financial news. We look forward to seeing you again.